It's just continuing proof that there was something going on that should not have been going on. This seems to be a pattern.
6 days, 2 different lawsuits, 3 victims stepping forward, and the most recent identifying her accused abuser. Jane Doe 3, as she's been named in the lawsuit to protect her identity, says as her coach, former Olympian Mark Cockerell sexually abused her. Jane Doe 1 and 2's alleged abuser has not been identified publicly. 3 women have now come forward saying they were abused by a figure skating coach in Irmo, 2 of which were just 14 years old when the abuse started. Attorney Randy Hood, who's on the case, says the breakthrough doesn't stop with them.
And in this case, we've got multiple victims. Multiple victims. I think there's a bunch.
Detailed in both lawsuits are the victims' accounts of their interactions with a coach, from inappropriate comments, body shaming, groping, and even sexual assault. The latest lawsuit also identifies the rink in Irmo where that alleged victim says she was trained by Cockerell. So what does now there being 3 victims tell you about the systemic failure that occurred?
I think that's a loaded question and a good question. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think there's more than 3.
Hood says they've gotten a lot of calls over the last week from other potential victims to people who now realize they noticed something out of the ordinary but didn't speak up. Casey Singletary with Children's Trust says it's important for adults to be on the lookout for certain behaviors both in children and in other adults.
The biggest consistent sign that we see when children are being groomed or experiencing child sexual abuse is a change in behavior. So if a child has been quiet and now they're more talkative or more aggressive, or if they've been more outgoing and suddenly they are more reserved, or paying attention to adults who may be violating those boundaries, who may be interacting with children in a way that isn't appropriate, or wanting to seem like a child's friend when that's not an appropriate situation.
While Hood has heard a lot of tragic stories in his roughly 3 decades in law, these cases never get easier.
You know, it's I don't think you ever get used to it.
I reached out to the Irmo Rink, Flight Fit and Fun, as well as the U.S. Figure Skating Association. I did not hear back from the rink, but U.S. Figure Skating says, quote, while we do not address specific cases, U.S. Figure Skating encourages anyone who has been abused or suspects abuse to report it to local law enforcement, the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, or U.S. Figure Skating. To stay up to date with this story and more, make sure you subscribe to our WACH YouTube page. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you never miss an update.